Okay, so let's just start this. It all dates back to that one warm evening when I found myself lounging across the classroom, wondering why some things felt so fixed, like our own sense of self. At that time, all that was on my mind was a very big why concerning beauty. I mean, just imagine hearing incidents of women breaking their ribs to look thinner in a corset, or men rubbing pigeon droppings on their head to cure baldness. Ridiculous, right? That moment was when I asked myself this: what is beauty? Why does it have to fit into such strict rules? Why do I, or rather, why even should I consider these so-called beauty standards? Who makes them? Who makes them? Think of it like this. Picture yourself as a jar. Yeah, the same kind you typically use to preserve food or store beans and lentils in. Yeah, that jar. Imagine that this action represents paper balls being tossed in. These balls are society's invented beauty standards. Now, let's suppose that you have the perfect body, smooth, glass-like skin, and seamless looking hair. You don't, however, have the right facial symmetry or aspects. Your standards filled up about 1/4 of the jar. Unfortunately, others don't appreciate you for the aspects you don't have. They think of them as flaws. Now, you weren't reminded of this by others once, twice, or thrice. Instead, you were told of it every single day. Genuinely, wouldn't you also just simply want to ask, why? But I was stopped to wonder why these standards are made out of paper. Why not something firm or more powerful like steel or metal? That is because they can be easily destroyed. Let me show you. Just like this. How absolutely simple was that? And you can do that too. For that, however, you mustn't keep any space in your mind for these social constructs. You can't continue being fragile like a jar, which breaks once it's put under too much pressure. You need to become something sharper, like a knife or scissor, so that you too have the ability to break through these chains of disinformation that exist to do nothing but deceive you into believing that you must be someone just to be considered good in this society. And no, beauty isn't trying to become that person. It's just simply you being you and me being me. Right now, I'm sure you must be thinking, oh, for God's sake, when is this girl going to stop talking about jars and rolls of paper? It all just seems too random, right? Fine then, let's take another example. A few weeks back, I was flipping through the pages of my favorite fashion magazine. That was when I saw images of models looking as flawless as evening sunsets. Now, I'm sure all of us, and if not all of us, then most of us have compared ourselves with some of our favorite models. And yeah, like everyone else, that was what I did as well. Comparing qualities could include analyzing if we have the same face shape as them or a similar type of body. When we find out that we don't have everything they do, all we say is, oh, to be her or him. I wish I could have it too. This reminds me of that one time my friend told me, oh, have you seen that? Have you seen her? Katyayani, this is so simple. Why can't you do this? And I'm like, shut up. I know what I'm good at and what I'm not. That's not even the worst part though. The disinformation that beauty industries are rampant with today doesn't just exist. It spreads and hoodwinks right under your nose without you even noticing it. It's easy to fall victim to hype, investing our hard-earned money and faith in products that promise the world but often fail to deliver. Additionally, it's not just about wasted bucks. The consequences can be far more serious. I mean, just imagine purchasing a skincare product labeled as a miracle cure, only to experience adverse reactions or see no results at all. Or worse, imagine unknowingly exposing yourself to harmful chemicals or procedures because you trusted in misleading claims. Now, that was about my perspective of the dark side. What about you? Do you also believe in this beauty chaos? Well, that's one thing for you to ponder upon. But wait, stop. I've just asked you all a question, right? But have you ever thought of this? Also, come on, trust me on this one. It's actually a good question. Do you believe your thoughts and ideas at present are just absolutely static? As in, do you assume that what you think of this right now will be exactly what you think of it later on? Doesn't that sound maybe a little complicated? Seeing all the confused faces here, I'm sure it was. Well, let me glue you into a short autobiography that may help you find an answer. In my early years, I wasn't always the overachiever as you might say I am today. But as I grew, a shift occurred. I began to crave more from life. This ambition initially served me well, driving me to excel academically and otherwise. Yet it soon began to consume me. I realized that sacrificed the carefree innocence of childhood for relentless ambition. All for what? Who said this was the only way? At that moment, I told myself, Katyayani, stop. Take a breather. Now, do you know what I replied with? Nana re, it's all okay because I'll be building my own highway. So I did what was right to me, learning to appreciate the journey as much as the destination, to savor each moment and cherish the memories along the way, even the worst ones. So you see, if there is a constant in life, it is change. And if you still believe that anything you have is permanent and somehow immune to change, it may be a good time for you to reconsider your thoughts. Also, maybe by doing that, who knows, you might just find a sense of happiness that not only goes beyond imagination, but also diminishes all hard feelings of sentiment and disappointment from your life. And that will happen because you are ready for the best and the worst. You know that things can change and evolve. That is, you accept it for the way it is. And that, my dear audience, will always, always shine. Much brighter than your faults. Now, although telling society that we want to believe and see the actual truth, accept who we are today and who will evolve to be later on, might be consuming. Just know, even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. Thank you.